reading of my life. And it might just be that, like, I've been pulling cards for so long that I recognize patterns in ways. So there's like a makeup mirror in the background, don't mind that. Maybe I recognize patterns now that I wouldn't have noticed before. But this reading was so fun to do. It was so exciting. It was also the first reading that I did on my TikTok, which is not my ASMR TikTok. I'm just start making content during louder hours of the day. So that's not going to be ASMR. And one of the things that I wanted to do with that was tarot. So this is my first reading for that TikTok, and so exciting. That's Yvette.LiveStogs, by the way, if you are interested. Oh, also, in case you don't know, like, the eclipse is happening now, like right now, at 1 o'clock in the morning, Pacific time, and it's going to be going for like the next hour. So I'm going to try to get this done kind of fast so I can go hang out with the blood moon. So the first card that I pulled was, and I was like, my question was just like, I want to know what the moon wants to tell me, like, because it's eclipse season, right? We don't fuck around with eclipse season. We're not trying to set intentions. We're not doing any of that. We are just here to roll with the punches. And when I tell you that I've never seen this many major arcana cards, and you can watch me pull them in real time on TikTok if you want. So the first card, I was like, what do you have to tell us? And it's like, boom, Lovers. This is a major arcana card. It's a big deal. It's a sexy card, right? It might be a romantic relationship. It might be an otherwise union between potentially like opposites or masculine, feminine, or just a diverse meeting of the minds, but also, probably, hopefully, with a romantic vibe. So that was a fun first card. And then I pulled the Page of Swords, which is like really fitting for me, right? Because, and you can watch this on TikTok. I'm like, I don't have a romantic relationship, so what about lovers? And it's like, yeah, the very beginning of a journey. Okay, that tracks. And then the sun, again, the beginning of a journey, about radiating energy. It's sort of a quantum card, like whatever your vibe is. Oh, like, I think Purple's here actually right now. Like she says, your vibe attracts your tribe. This is like your vibe creates your hive. Like, it's, the beginning of a pure intention journey that reminds you and invites you to, like, also, like Purple says, keep those vibrations way, way, way up. And then the Chariot. And by this point, like, this is weird. Those are 4 cards, 3 major arcana. Like, this is big eclipse season energy. This is massive. This is weird. It's statistically very unlikely to pull this. And then also, if we think about like where the cards are in the story, right? Because this is like the beginning of a journey, and this is the willpower and determination and outer strength and fortitude you need to get through that journey. So it's like, okay, cards, all right, we're going on a journey of a union, potentially romantic. What do we need in order to man up to this journey, to womb up, to woman up, whatever. Strength, like, what? This is 4 out of 5 major arcana cards. That's the only minor. These are all major. Like, this is the definition of pure eclipse season energy. Like, big, huge this is spotlight. And there's going to be judgment, and there's going to be another major arcana card. Like, are you kidding me right now? That's wild. Yeah, so this is like, I call this like big karma energy, right? So we're going through a journey, potentially a romantic one. Outer strength, inner strength. These cards actually come right one after another. So this is the 7th card of the majors, and this is the 8th. So inner strength, outer strength, and judgment, and karma. And what did our inner and outer strength make for us? Like, it's kind of like a reap what you sow vibe. And here we go into a new phase of life. Again, these are like happening in order of the way they are in the major arcana as well. So you have your judgment, and then it's a rebirth, and then the very next card is the world. And she's got this mastery that you had in the magician. She's got both the magician's wands, but she's new here, and she's naked. She's mastered things in the past, and hopefully that will help her. And here's our Taurus, lunar, moon. What up? And I was like, okay, where's all this going, right? And it was like, oh, it's gonna be great. And look, I love the symmetry all over this reading is bananas. Whether it's the chariot happening, and then strength, and then judgment, and then the world. And now we have the reef around her, and the reef over here as well. So this guy is coming back from a journey. She's in the beginning of a new phase. He just went and checked out the world, and he came back to where he's from, and he's greeted with enthusiasm and prosperity, but no one as prosperous as he, who ventured out into the world and did his thing and was the doer of deeds. Next card, finally another minor card. Okay, can we talk about this? And like, ow, bananas. Like, this is minor, and the rest of that is major. Like, this is some world changing, trajectory changing energy right here. I have never seen this many major cards next to each other in my life. It's bananas. But finally we have a card that isn't a major arcana card. I'm gonna wrap this up soon. We only have a couple cards left, but in case you're just getting here, I do want to say that depending on your location and what your time zone, the total lunar eclipse is happening right now. Go outside. Not right now. You'll probably be like, okay, not impressed. There's a shadow on the moon yet. But go outside in like 30 minutes. It'll be epic. So we come to this card, right? And I feel like this is a continuation of the energy of the chariot, that willpower, that determination, but also like, hello, beginning of a journey with ideas, right? And an openness, and a forward movement, the high likelihood of prosperity and fertility, and then boom, end of that sword journey. Like, you have a good idea right now, and this guy represents the fruits of those labors and the calmness that comes with the mastery of that idea. Your determination, your willpower has paid off, your inner strength, all of it, courage has paid off. You're not the page anymore. Now you're the king of swords. Boom. Very intuitive but logical, just wisdom, big wisdom energy over here. Then I said, where's all this going? The Ace of Cups. So the universe comes to fill your cup, and then you overflow and become the rain that fills the rivers. And the circle of life continues. Beautiful. Finally, another minor card, which was good because it was just getting weird. Oh, this one's minor too. I didn't say that earlier. Couldn't see it. It's hard. I'm like actually holding my thing right now. I couldn't. Anyway. So I'm like, any other messages? Anything else? Boom. The Hierophant. Spirituality, transcendence, togetherness, community. Just finding your people, finding your tribe, hyping each other up, like finding the people who are on the same frequency that you are trying to align yourself with, or that you have aligned yourself with. I've been reading tarot. I picked up tarot maybe 8 years ago when I lived in New Orleans. I was gifted my first tarot deck, and it was a Rider-Waite deck like this, and it just spoke to me like I had a connection with those cards. And then I'm like, okay, where's all this going? Boom. The Four of Wands. Like, are you joking me? Look at that bookend. Like, is that not just perfect? Okay, so again, we said the Lovers, a divine union. Hopefully, maybe of a romantic nature, but not necessarily. And this is like the conclusion of that divine union. You can see big romance energy in these cards, but it's not necessarily that. It could be business partners coming together and then celebrating the creation of their homestead and their safety. A lot of Taurus energy in here, so that's fitting for the Taurus lunar moon today. But let's just read it on face value, where it is a very romantic bookend to this spread, to start with the Lovers and end with the Four of Wands, right? Wands are very spiritual, like they're the most spiritual, so this is about the stuff that just... Oh, hi, Daytime here. So happy to be connected with you. Sweet Britball, thank you for coming. So who or what am I reading cards for? I'm reading cards for the eclipse. I read them earlier on TikTok, and it was like the most amazing spread I've ever pulled, so I wanted to share it with you guys. It's for the eclipse, which is happening right now. If it's nighttime where you are and you're like in the northern hemisphere, go outside and you'll see a shadow on a moon. At about half after, you will see a really cool like blood moon. So back to the bookends. Yeah, this could easily be a wedding. It's really celebratory, very joyous, joyful. You can see the family in the background celebrating. These people are supported. They have each other. They have abundance. They have fertility. They've reached a milestone, whatever that milestone is. That might be where your dog is howling. Yes. It's an early blood moon outside right now. Go check it out. So again, this was just probably the craziest spread I will ever pull in my entire life. I never expect to see this many major arcana cards again. Again, the minors are those guys, and all those are major. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 to 4. The odds of that are bananas. I think there's 78 cards total, and 22 of them are major. So someone who's better at math, tell us what that means. But yeah, again, I just loved the entire reading. It's very generous and auspicious and lucky and exciting and filled with like lots of romance and adventure. Okay, wishing you understood tarot more. I'm gonna go over all the cards one more time real quick. So we have what is happening in the eclipse season world right now. The Lovers, romantic union, meeting of the minds, minds, diverse people coming together, pure intentions. Doesn't always go great though for the lovers. We're in the very beginning of an idea, listening to your intuition, cultivating wisdom, exploring a concept, an idea. Gonna go check, yeah, check out the moon. I'm gonna go soon too. Beginning of a journey. This is the quantum card per ball, by the way. So this card, yeah, check out the moon. Sweet dreams, Brandon. Yeah, so this card is all about the beginning of a journey and the energy that you radiate out and it radiating towards you in this like feedback loop between the sun and the Bibi. And then this is all about the journey, the aspects of the journey that require outer strength, willpower, determination, action. And this is the inner strength that carries you on a journey. Like the symmetry, hello, is so awesome. And once we have our strength, there will be a judgment, karma, rebirth. Sweet dreams. Yeah, of course, it's my pleasure. So with judgment is, I call this the big karma energy card. And after all of this journey, or in the middle of the journey, sorry, I just touched my microphone. We'll come through the world that we knew and into a whole new world where we have the wands of the magician because we've mastered what's behind us, and we're surrounded by symbols of the zodiac, which is fitting for the eclipse tonight. But we've mastered our past. We're naked and we're new in this space, but the tools of our past are going to help us here, which we can see. Look at the reef, and the reef, like, I couldn't have spent like a week making this reading up. It wouldn't have been this good. So yeah, the wands here is really about coming back from that journey, coming back to your old world, and everybody being so excited to see you and greet you, and also the abundance that you were able to create out on your journey when you left your comfort zone. And then this, I loved this. We started with the Page of Swords and we're ending with the King of Swords. So the Page of Swords is on the beginning of an idea and a journey. And he's yet to master anything, but he's very open and there's a lot of movement. He's got this idea and he's moving towards it. And here, like, it worked out. You've got your logic and your wisdom, which is why his sword is like slightly bent, right? It's not like straight up like the queen, who's just like boom, logical. Is leaning a little bit, just a little bit, to the left, which is to show his nod towards intuition. Also, we have the butterflies of transformation, which is very fitting for the moon that we're in with the what am I trying to say? We're in Scorpio season right now. And so that is what this card is all about. And then we move into the Ace of Cups, where the universe comes with pure intentions to fill our cups, and we overflow with abundance into the rain that fills the rivers. And then you have the lotuses here that symbolize like the awakening, which is great because the next card, again, I couldn't have made this up. The awakening leads perfectly into the Hierophant, which is all about your religiosity, your spirituality, your community, your transcendence. It doesn't have to be that you lose yourself in any particular religious practice. You could lose yourself in ecstatic dance or yoga or knitting, whatever your thing is. You find your thing and you find your people. It's part of the awakening process, right? Developing that sangha. And that's really wrapped up nicely in this card where you can see the sangha in the background. And the Isn't it amazing? This is the wildest reading of my life. I'm glad you're here to appreciate it in real time. Once again, we have the lovers on the beginning of a journey. They have a new idea. They need to be cognizant of their energy and cultivating the vibe that they want to live in the world, and see that through with determination and inner strength, so that karma rewards them with a new, auspicious, and victorious phase where they are better, stronger, wiser, transformed, overflowing with abundance, part of a community, really centered in themselves and centered in their homestead as well. So, I know this was like a Blair Witch project ASMR video. I don't have a good setup for this position. That would have been nice, but anyway, I wanted to get it out during the actual eclipse and spend this actual eclipse with you if you're just getting here and it's nighttime where you are, and depending where you are on the planet, the eclipse is happening right now. So thank you so much for joining me for this lunar eclipse in Taurus. I've been quantum leaping per usual because that's what I do during eclipses. I love eclipses. Sorry for making you sleepy at 9:30 in the morning. I've got to go check out the moon. I love you all. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your eclipse season, a wonderful lunar eclipse in Taurus, and just a very auspicious, best possible timeline. Thank you so much for being with me.